Hello and welcome to Cooking With. Today I have my guest John.
Hello.
Hi.
Neil.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to be back. So then, Neil, what are we cooking today?
We are cooking Bombay potatoes.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious. I love Bombay potatoes with a beer. It's a nice simple snack. Or you've
Yeah.
got visitors that have come around, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Throw some new potatoes in the pan, cook them off slightly, put the spices there, put them on a plate, and you can just nibble them straight away.
How long will that take, approximately?
Oh, about 20-25 minutes.
That's very
Yeah,
quick.
it's quite quick.
What are the ingredients involved in making Bombay potatoes?
Well, the main ingredient is the potatoes. That's all
Logical.
we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like, similar to new potatoes, the ones that are nice and firm.
We've got the potatoes. What are the steps involved in making Bombay potatoes? So we.
What we're going to do is, I'm going to ask you to cut the potatoes, if you will.
Okay. So
Right.
I've got a potato here.
Yes.
Here's a knife. How do you want me to cut them?
I would like you to I'll cut one as well next with you.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is really just cut them in half in the long ways.
Right. Cut
And
them in
then-
half the long ways. Yeah.
Cut them in half again. So you've got them into quarters. That's right. So you've-
I've got them into a half now.
yeah, and then cut them in half again, long
So
ways.
long
That's
ways
right.
like this?
Yeah. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the pan on. I'm just going to get we've got some fat in here, not too much.
They don't have to be peeled.
No, that's the reason why I like these kind of potatoes, and I do like the skin on a potato.
Okay.
While we're doing that, I understand that you've been on holiday.
I have actually, Neil. I was in the great country of Vietnam.
Yeah,
Now, the reason why I go to Asia,
yeah.
particularly when Germany gets very, very cold, is because I want some sun.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't get very much sun here in the northern part of Germany
No, that's
in
true.
the winter months.
Mhm.
So I trooped off to Vietnam.
Mm. The oil is ready.
The oil's ready.
What we need to do is we need to put the potatoes into the oil.
Okay, just throw them in.
Not too literally, but yeah.
Okay.
So what we do is we put them in.
Oh yes, you can. And automatically the smell of the butter.
Yes.
We did a good job with the cutting of the potatoes, Neil.
We
Fantastic
certainly
stuff.
have. That's excellent. So we'll just put them in, and then we've got a nice amount there. And then what I'm going to do, just make sure my hands are dry. I'm going to take some salt.
Okay,
I'm going to salt them.
great.
Mm.
Looking good.
And then give them a bit of a stir. Look at that. So these are going to take a little while now. So there's not much more we can do other than keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't burn.
At what point do you know that they are ready for the next step where we've got to put in the other ingredients?
Well, the potatoes are hard, so they're like raw potatoes.
Yeah.
However, after a short while of cooking, they will start to soften up, but they're still too hard to eat.
Yeah.
And by frying them to begin with, you get a nice colour on them.
Okay,
And I
okay.
quite like a nice colour on them. I like them very colourful, but we're not going to do so very colourful today. And once we've got a bit of colour on them,
Yeah.
then what we can do is we can add some water after we put the spices in, and that will finish the cooking process off. Nice and easy. So while they're cooking, pass your beer.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I was in Saigon and had Saigon beer. Now I'm in Bremen.
Yes,
Presumably I have to have Bremen beer.
that's right.
Yeah.
So we're going to go for a Bex.
Yeah, let's
All
go for a Bex.
Okay, so I've got a bottle opener here,
And
and then
Neil's very, very well organised. He sorts out everything before we get underway, so it's all ready to go, including the beer, and even including the
bottle
opener, the bottle opener. So, to your health.
And
Neil.
to your health, John.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
I do like a good beer.
So do I.
Fantastic stuff.
So
Me being the amateur cook, at which point do you know, right, that this is now ready?
well, you can do one of two things. You can carry on doing it and doing it and doing it until you get a really, really golden brown.
Well, we do have here some golden brown, but that's
we do
on the
have
side of
started.
the skin, isn't
That's
it?
right, yeah. So what I would do it for a couple of minutes more.
Okay. And have a beer.
Yeah, have a beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, that was my holiday.
Mm.
And the other thing that you notice, as I said before, is you've got this interest in people wanting to learn English, which is
Yeah.
what I get up to in my real time.
That's right.
In my real time.
So John, you're the director of, what are you the director of at the Academy of English in Oldenburg?
So I'm the director of studies, which
Yes.
means that my job is all about making sure that we've got the right type of English being taught to the students.
The right type of English.
Yeah,
What does
now
that mean exactly?
that means that.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I think we're now ready for the spices. I could quite happily talk, but I think
Fantastic.
we're going to go from
The-
golden brown to golden black.
Now we've got a lot of spices in here. Now that looks probably too much for.
It is too much,
It is
actually.
too much.
It is too much. So what we do need is just a couple of teaspoons. So I'm going to
You,
cut that
you
open,
can,
and then I use the scissors. You can tear these, but I've never been very good at tearing, and actually, I'm not very good at cutting either.
So if you do buy this potato mix from first of all, how much does that set you back? How much does that cost?
That's just €5. It's that one, so
Okay.
it's not expensive at all.
So you're
And
going
then
to give me.
what we have is a teaspoon. So just do about 2 or 3 heaped teaspoons. Let's do 2 first and scatter it.
So we've got
around.
the teaspoon, and we're
Yeah,
just going to
just
scatter it
scatter
around like
Yeah.
that.
And then I
Okay.
would do another one as well.
Oh, that smells great, doesn't it?
It does. It just
That's
suddenly
great.
comes up absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, that smells. Smells like.
brilliant. So I think 2's fine.
Yep.
What I'm
okay,
gonna
so
do
That's all done. All in
Is
there.
I'm just going to give that a mix,
Okay.
so we can get them covering the potatoes. And as we see, we've got a nice paste on there. Right. Whoa! Can you smell that now?
Yeah, you can see here actually it serves 4 to 6 on your packet.
Yeah,
here.
but this is much more. You get much more than 4 to 6 out of the packet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try with all my curries to give more than what's actually written on there. So even the
Okay.
curries, I say 2 to 3, and people get 3 to 4. So
Right.
I
right.
give them value for money is what I say.
That looks very nice and
Yeah.
smells.
delicious.
It does.
Yeah.
The smell of the butter has slightly gone away now because of the strength of the smell of
spices,
the,
yeah,
of the powder that
exactly.
we've just put in.
So I'm just going to leave that for a little bit longer. We have some
Okay.
water in the jar at the back. Could you?
Okay. How much do you want to put in?
Just give it another minute, because
Oh, another
as
minute.
you can
okay,
as you can
okay.
smell, you can
I
smell.
was, I was, I was
yeah.
all ready to put the water in then too.
At least we've got it. The thing is, though, is just making sure that we get a good amount of frying, but not burn the spices. And what I would say is, let's put a little bit of water in now,
Okay.
just a splash.
How much?
Bit more. In fact,
Okay.
yeah, we'll stop there, and then what I'll do is I'll just give that a mix. Actually, let's do a bit more.
What does the water do then to it all, Neil?
What we're going to do now is we're actually cooking the potatoes.
At this point,
we're
you would-
actually cooking it. So we
okay.
fried them to give a bit of colour,
Yeah.
and they've started to soften, but they're not quite there yet. They're still hard.
Right.
But if we carried on frying,
Yeah.
the problem is that they would have gone black. So what we've
Of
done is
course.
we've fried off the spices now a little bit. You just start to cook them in the water.
Right.
So,
Okay.
You keep all the vitamins in here, you keep all the minerals in there, and you keep all the flavour in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why I like to do everything in the pan, rather than cooking them separately and
Yeah.
then putting them in the pan. So there we are. Let them cook a little while, and then I think we need to add a bit more water.
Yeah.
Yep, just a little bit more.
Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then we'll let that cook for a little bit. So I'm going to have another drink of beer. So cheers, mate.
Yeah. Cheers. We should have English for beer drinkers. That would be a nice little niche area.
It certainly would. But talking of your niche area,
Mm.
you actually give lessons to pilots.
Yep. So
Uh,
people who are training either to become pilots or people who are already pilots and
Yes.
people who need their certificates renewed. And how's it looking?
It's looking good. What I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'm just going to leave them for a bit longer.
Right.
They're almost ready.
You said that other things have to be added.
They do, and I'm glad you said that because I completely forgot. Yeah, I was
What other
listening.
thing are we going to?
What
Was
we-
it?
what we're going to
the
do is we
lemon
need a
and the coriander?
tomato, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to chop the lemon in half,
Yeah, I shall
And
do
then-
that gladly.
and I'll
Gladly.
chop the tomato up.
And you said about putting the lemon inside, well, not the lemon itself, but the lemon juice.
The lemon juice, yeah. So if you wish, you can actually
Start squeezing.
start squeeze away. You little squeezer.
A little squeezer. I do, especially when I've got a cold.
Yeah,
I'm a great fan
yeah.
of. It's like a lemsip, but it's my own concoction
Right.
with lemon juice, ginger, bit of water, obviously boiling water and sugar,
Mm.
and that really
Mm.
gets rid of any coals that you have.
Really?
Okay.
So I'm just going to bring the temperature up a bit, cook that one off. And back to your English, your specific English.
Yeah.
You're doing aviation English,
Yep.
you're doing medical English. Do
Yep.
you cover any other subjects?
We're expanding a lot into the area of agricultural English now. With aviation English and with medical English, you do have a lot of material on the market already.
Right.
But with agricultural English or with farming, there's not much there. The potatoes, what's happened now is it's drying up a little.
That's right. So we get into we get into a thick paste now.
Yeah.
And I do it just a bit longer. There's still a bit of liquid there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've chopped some coriander. What I'm going to do is you sprinkle the coriander on top and then put them in the bowl.
And then it's
and then we're ready to eat.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's absolutely wonderful.
And as my stomach is beating now like an African drum,
Yeah.
this is going to do it an absolute treat.
Brilliant. Right, I'm going to get a fork and just check whether we're cooked. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. They're cooked. So I'm doing right in that. Just finishing the water.
So
off.
how long in total have we needed?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes. That's not too bad. I've got a second fork here for you for when we dive into our Bombay potatoes. And I'm looking forward to this.
That'll be good.
Right.
It looks fantastic.
It does. It does. Right, I'm going to switch it off now. I think that's good. So we turn the power off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle them around.
I suppose if you're in an Indian cooking class, this would be something that would be very easy to ease people into Indian cooking, as opposed to something very ornate like chicken tikka masala, where you've got all sorts of ingredients and instructions
Exactly.
that you have to follow.
Exactly. So it is very easy, very quick, very delicious.
And there we have it.
There we have it. There we are. And I'll just put that.
There is a
in
lot there, isn't there?
There is. There's more than what you think.
Yeah.
So
We
we
think
have that.
when we had our potatoes in this bowl earlier on,
Yeah.
and now we've got this, and it's only 20 minutes.
It certainly is, and that is a good amount. So I'm just going to put that towards the camera
Brilliant.
there, so you can all see that one.
Looks
Look
lovely
at
with
that,
the
wonderful.
steam coming off it.
Yeah, it's certainly there. And what I'll do is I'll just put this to the side.
Yeah, sure.
Mine's a bit wet.
I'll just move this a bit further
That's brilliant.
this way.
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of
So
room. The
we-
beer's there.
Perfect. I've got the beer here. What I recommend is dive in.
Thank you.
Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to dive in. This looks good.
They look
This looks
wonderful.
very good. And I've got a bit of tomato here, the coriander,
That's
the
right.
potato, obviously the colour that Neil just said. And
Yeah.
now we're going to go in for the kill, as they say.
And the potato. Sorry, the
Excellent.
tomato just gives a little bit of flavour. This one's actually absorbed into the sauce quite well.
That is lovely. Brilliant. Brilliant.
There's a nice flavour of the lemon juice.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
And we've got no chilli in this one. So if somebody wanted to put chilli on, they could have done, just to give it that little extra kick. Although I can eat hot and spicy, I quite like these without the chilli. I quite like that flavour there. You get the coriander, you get the there isn't a, sorry. You get the cumin, you get a bit of the turmeric, you get some of the asafoetida and the sourness there, which I quite like. And then we've got a few spice mixes in there to give it a nice round of flavour. That's lovely. Yeah. That's lovely. Brilliant.
Now, in terms of a staple diet,